If you've ever felt frustrated because life didn't go the way you planned, you're not alone. But what if I told you that one of the fastest ways to feel more joy and peace is to simply be flexible? So let's talk about what that means and how to make it a habit, starting with an example from my own life. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling over the summer, and so I ordered a new lightweight laptop. The one I've been using is at least 10 years old, and it's heavy. So it was scheduled to arrive on June 25th. And when I got an email saying it did, it didn't. It didn't get here. I never saw it. And when I checked online, there was no picture confirming delivery. And my signature, my last name was misspelled. So something wasn't right. Right now I'm in the process of either getting a refund or a replacement, but it's unlikely that I'll get the computer before I leave July 2nd on the first of many trips I've got planned. So yeah, was I frustrated? Absolutely. But ironically, this happened when the topic of this video is about being flexible. So note to self. Anyway, I'm a plan B person. So for me, I just thought, okay, well, what are my options? And I realized, I can take my old computer, which is what I'll do if I don't get a new one, which I probably won't. So I'm just saying, being flexible is helping me get through this without being frustrated and angry. So the point is that flexibility matters. We all love control. We make to-do lists. I mean, I'm guilty. I make a to-do list every day. We schedule our lives. We expect things to go a certain way. But here's the truth. Life's unpredictable. I mean, your internet crashes, orders get lost or stolen. A friend you're really looking forward to seeing cancels your lunch date. You spill coffee on your shirt right before a meeting. If we cling too tightly to how we think things should go, we end up frustrated, angry, and even defeated. So mental flexibility, which is the ability to pivot, adapt, and stay open, is really a secret superpower because it turns chaos into creativity, it turns disappointment into discovery, and best of all, it makes you happier. So what does flexibility look like? It means shifting from this shouldn't be happening to, okay, now what? It's the difference between resisting change and riding the wave, or getting stuck in blame versus looking for options, or holding tight to old stories versus asking what else is possible. Because flexible people don't avoid hard things. They just recover faster. They say things like, well, this wasn't really the plan, but let's roll with it. Or how can I make the most of this? Or what might this be teaching me? And that mindset, that's what's powerful. And it's available to anyone. And being flexible, it's backed by science. People who are more psychologically flexible, they experience lower levels of stress and anxiety, they have better relationships, and they're more resilient during tough times. And they have higher levels of happiness. And flexibility also helps your physical health because you're not stuck in that fight or flight mode when things go sideways. So in short, flexibility isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. It's not giving up, it's growing up. It's you saying to yourself, I trust myself to handle whatever comes next. Okay, so now what can you do to be more flexible? And there's some things you can do every day. First of all, notice your inner resistance. pay attention to when you get tense or upset. Like, I noticed it right away when the computer wasn't here. And it's like, well, now what? What happened? I could feel stress building. And that's a clue that something isn't going the way you expected. And so what you can do is take a breath and then ask yourself, can I allow this moment to be what it is, even if I don't like it? In the case of my computer, I didn't really have a choice. It's not here. I had to do something else. Okay, another thing you can do is you can reframe the story. Instead of like, oh no, everything's ruined, try, this is just a plot twist, because every story needs one of those. And then experiment, like I've said, with Plan B, Queen here. Just start small. For example, let's say you're going to your favorite cafe and it's closed. Just try a new one. Go someplace different. If your schedule changes, find a gift in the gap. Because flexibility is like a muscle, and the more you stretch it, the stronger it gets. And then finally, just let go of perfection. Perfect is a myth. Life is messy, and it's wonderful, and it's full of surprises. So just be open to the unexpected, and you'll often be surprised by joy and happiness. So here's your homework for this week. Be open, be curious, be flexible, because you might just find happiness you didn't expect waiting on the other side of change. Okay, so if this video helped you, give it a like, leave a comment, I will read it, and share it with someone who could use a little flexibility in their life, not your comment, the video. And don't forget to subscribe for more ways to build a life you love, one joyful, happy step at a time. Okay, I'm Jan Fishler, author, happiness coach, and this has been your weekly dose of happiness. Thanks so much for watching.